All right, so today we got an 8th generation Honda Accord. So this should cover the 2008 through 2012. This is also the 2.4 liter engine. If you're looking for your power steering pump on this vehicle, it is right here on top. So it's actually pretty easy to change. So once you get the belt off, and I'll show you how to remove this belt at the end of the video. So once you get this belt off, then you'll be able to see your two bolts. You have a bolt here, and there's a bolt right there to get off as well. So those two bolts are 14 millimeters, and that's what's holding the actual pump on to the motor. Now, as far as the lines, you have a high pressure line here with two 10 millimeter bolts on top, and there's a low pressure line with one 10 millimeter bolt on top. And of course, there are O-rings on the inside of these two lines here. So first step would be to remove the belt. Second step would be to remove the lines and keep some rags around just in case these lines leak a little bit of fluid. And then the last step is, once the belt and the lines are removed, to just remove these two bolts here to get it off of the motor. And of course, put your new part on, put your two bolts on there to hold that down and mount that down. Then you can put either the belt on or you can put the lines on. It doesn't really matter which one you put on after that. Now for me, once I put this mount on, I like to drop as much fluid in here through these two as I can to get it primed. You don't have to do it that way, but it does help a little bit. So once it starts spinning, it doesn't just spin dry. So this is just a quick video of how to locate this part and a couple of steps of how to change it. All right, so removing the belt on this vehicle is fairly easy. I already have my serpentine belt tool up here. So you can see where that 14 millimeter socket is. That is where the tensioner is. You have your power steering pulley here, and then the pulley right directly beneath it is your tensioner. So there is definitely enough space for you to get your serpentine belt tool with the 14 millimeter on there, or you can use one of these special serpentine belt tools that's made for getting into tighter spaces. But I'm using this one just to show you that there is plenty of space for you to get this in there. So let's go ahead and turn this clockwise to loosen this belt. And you can see that belt loosening there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off. See, from down here where the water pump starts, it comes down here and around this AC compressor here, down and around the crank, and then right up there underneath that tensioner. So now that we know what the bottom looks like, let's go back to the top. So from the tensioner, the belt comes up here to the power steering, then down to the alternator, and then back around to the water pump where we started before.